All right, welcome back to day one dot dev. So as we discussed in our previous videos where we talked about OAUTH2 and SAML. So I did capture the scenario here to want to choose OAUTH2 and or SAML between the systems. When you have an option to, if you're developing a new front-end web application, and your IDP supports OAuth2 and SAML, and you have to make a decision exactly on which scenario you have to pick it up. So I captured some comparison information between OAuth2 and SAML. So let's jump on that. So as I called out, the problem statement is choosing OAuth2 or SAML, and OAuth2 or SAML both supports authentication and authorization protocols. So let's see what all is going to be options for us, and you decide which is helpful, which is more realistic scenario for your development of your application. All right. So as I said on our previous recording, WAF2 is more for API access and authentication. So this is commonly used to secure APIs and granting a limited access to resources without sharing a credentials. So it's a great scenario when third-party application needs access of your user data, such as social media logins or accessing a user information on other platforms. So if you're building something brand new web application, but it's a customer focused and you do not want to create a form to user to sign up, and what to providers like a Facebook, LinkedIn, or Twitter, or any other GitHub, any other providers, it's easy to log in. So you don't need to build entire system information because they're already trusted providers. Go to their developer portal and create your client identity secret and start integrating with your application. Okay. And the second is scalability and flexibility. So OAuth is flexible and widely used in a scenario where scalability, token-based authentication, and for user authorization for different services are required. It allows for fine-grained controls or permissions and access. Mobile and web applications OAuth is very suitable for securing interactions between the mobile apps and web applications. That means if you're building multiple different front ends, like for mobile web application, and you have APIs, so your front end can be decoupled and build APIs and microservices backend where you can do OAuth-based authentications for your APIs who's accessing and validate your signatures. And it's a secure way of granting and managing access to resources. And when it comes to a SAML, when you use technically, it's used for achieving your SSO capabilities across your different applications and domains within an organization. And it enables user to log in once and access multiple services without re-entering the credentials. Okay, and SAML is beneficial in federated environments where multiple organizations or service providers need to share authentication, authorization data securely. Uh, Enterprise applications is SAML using enterprise applications is often used in settings, especially for integrating identity and access management across various internal and external applications. And finally, it's a broader based applications is well suited with the SAML and SSO scenarios, web-based SSO scenarios, pretty much allowing seamlessly authentication and authorization across different domains. So let's see in a tabular format how we can compare OAuth2 and a SAML. Uh, so if you see here, I did called out key differences is if your focus is only for authorization, preferred for OAuth2, for example, when you're doing a GitHub or Facebook authentication, you need only authorization. You're taking care of your uh, uh, authentication, like who can access what level of application within your site. Then use your OAuth2 is one of the best for social media platforms, as I called out. And SAML is more for internal or within your organizational system access, where you do authentication and authorization. So, and ideal for OAuth2 is for mobile applications, and you want to give them a temporary access. So what does that mean, temporary access? The OAuth2 tokens can have certain number of somewhere between a minute to you can have for lifetime access key, but generally market standards is about 24 hours recommended expiry time of your token. So if anything goes beyond that, it's always information security always calls out as a risk. So shorter is pretty good. You're less uh, uh, highly secured, but longer time on OAuth2 tokens giving expiry time is uh, less secure. So remember that always in a token. And SAML generally XML-based document. They are not JSON-based document. So OAuth2 is a JSON-based document. We'll have a header, body, and footer. Footer is a signature-based. XML document is more like a token-based. The content will have a user information. Whatever you persist within your account in your XML, the IDP will deliver for you that. Okay, and SAML is more for highly suggested for internal organization within an internal organization. And if you have any public facing systems, make sure that they are enabled as an MFA. Do not expose SAMLs directly open from outside world. So I haven't seen any SAML systems are directly exposed without going through MFA. Okay, coming to the complexity, OAuth2 is pretty lightweight because it's a JSON token. XML required some complex and setting up because you have to provide what information you need within your IDP side. So when you're providing your IDP, Watchdog or Ping or Okta, you have to provide what kind of assertion information you need to capture, for example, employee ID or some IDs, user ID or email ID or some ID groups so that the front-end system can do all the stuff. So here, JSON tokens also you can provide some profile-based roles. You might have seen if you used Facebook developer APIs or LinkedIn, by default, you get only a profile information, but if you need beyond that, you have to explicitly ask, set it up when you're setting up your developer account on that. Okay, and coming to user experience, both systems support are user-friendly, but just on a call out highly is here is a it's easy because at the end of the day, your social auth provider is the one who's controlling everything. And coming to SAML, is it might require additional login step. The reason I specifically called out is there's MFA is always there, but similarly, you can set it up your MFA on OAuth2 providers also. For example, if you're going through a LinkedIn, LinkedIn might ask you for, if you're setting up MFA, they might ask you to authenticate your MFA before you're giving your OAuth2 tokens to your providers. And one of a simple example I can tell you nowadays is especially most of our banking sectors are doing that is doing an accessing your OAuth token, especially with your Mint or QuickBooks integrations, which is going on pretty aggressively, or you might have seen within your bank organization, they are trying to get consolidation of your other bank accounts to be within a single app. That means they ask you one time user ID password, they pop up and they send you some MFA token or short-term keys. Your banks send you a text message or something, and you enter that, and that you authorize your OAuth token for the SPA Bank B from a bank if you're setting up your information as a consolidation view. So that's one common pattern I've seen that recently is going on. So keeping that aside, the long story short, OAuth and a SAML both has their own pros and cons, but I highly suggest before you make a call, look at your scenario. What is your goal of your system you're building it, and what kind of SSO capabilities you're looking for. So and then you can go for OAuth or you can go for a SAML. So the next video, I'm going to talk about SPA, single page applications, where SPA is highly used with an OAuth pattern, right? And I hope you learned something new from this video. I'll see you on the next video.